standpoint, you know, we've raised the standard a little bit up here, around here, and you know, anytime you rep 3 groups, and you know, we're always pushing the envelope as coaches, and you know, looking at some new things and different way of doing things, because we're trying to, you know, just trying to get better, and that's what spring ball's all about. But you know, I just thought it was just okay, and you know, we'll have to have a little bit better day Friday. But you know, the guys' enthusiasm is very good, the energy's good, but we just not as crisp as I would like to see as day one.
What's the plan for Isaiah Battle after the way he performed in the bowl game for this spring and that left tackle spot?
Just throw him out there in practice and see if he'll compete and win a job. You know, I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, nothing more than that. Just no different from plans for him than as anybody else. There's some jobs open, and we've got to find the right combination. And you know, Giff is going to be in Green for a couple of days. First part here, probably get him maybe going. Cut him loose next week. I hope to get maybe at least one full day with him, and then when we come back, he'll jump in there and do everything. So until he really gets fully in the mix, we're not going to have quite the competition that we want to have. But you know, I tell you, it's a good thing. We've got some talented guys that all want to play, and I think when it's all said and done, and we get through spring ball, and these guys, you know, continue to develop in the summer, another fall camp. You know, we've got a chance to have some flexibility in our offensive line, and you know, maybe not have to hold your breath quite as much as maybe in years past. We have a little bit more moving parts as far as guys that can possibly cross-train a little bit. Isaiah's not going to be that guy. He'll be a guy that, you know, your left tackle, this is what we need you to do, and go compete. If you win the job, you win the job. But we'll have some other guys that I think that'll be able to cross-train at some point once they really get comfortable. So I'm excited about that.
If you determine later on in the summer that he is one of your best 5 up front, or can be one of your best 5 up front, doesn't it help you that you mentioned flexibility, that Brandon Thomas has gotten a lot of work at left guard? If you had to move him to left guard or right tackle, whatever, he could do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's, you know, Brandon's one of those guys that's just a luxury, because he can do just about anything. He's not snap the ball, but he could play anywhere. And so, you know, if one guy's just better at this, and you know, it's not much of a drop off, you could move a guy. But Giff's another guy. You know, Giff's a guy that we might look at as spring goes. Maybe we know what he can do at right tackle. We're very comfortable with him there. Obviously, he was just a sophomore last year, but played winning football for us for the most part. But he's also a guy that can cross-train at guard. Very smart. And very capable of maybe taking a little bit more on his place. So you know, Mac Lane's another guy that I think, when it's all said and done, is probably be able to plug in anywhere. Really good athlete, moving inside. So we just got a lot of guys that are going to give us some options. Joe Gore looks great. He's about 287 pounds or so right now. And we've got.
What's Vic Beasley's weight?
Vic was, I think he's like 229, so he's up. And you know, my goal for him is hopefully in that 238 to 245 range by the time we get to August. And I think the big part of it with him is that he really has bought in you know, to what his role is. And you know, if that guy's playing at 238, 240, it's like he's playing at 270, because he's just so strong and powerful.
Are you firm with Kevin Dodd, Tavares Barnes, Shaq Lawson at strong side end, or could one of those guys?
All those guys, pretty much all those guys are interchangeable for the most part. You know, whoever the best 2 are, that's who's going to start, and then whoever the next best 2 are. If it's 2 guys right now currently at strong end, and we move one of them, you know, those guys are fairly interchangeable with what we're asking them to do right now. Vic's kind of the oddball of the group, if you will, as far as his skill set, a little bit different. But the rest of those guys, you know, they pretty much play where we need them to.
Diverse coordinators, no new systems this spring. What does that allow you to do as a staff?
Well, we got one new coach, and but just like I told the team, you know, we're in our 3rd year in our system offensively. We got a starting quarterback back. You know, we got a lot of guys back up front who got some experience. This time last year, y'all know, we replaced the whole offensive line, the whole defensive line. And, we were worried about winning 6 games. So those guys, fortunately, have stepped up and came through. It wasn't pretty all the time, but they found ways to win. They found ways to prepare. I think we're in a good spot right now, with that experience coming back. So we're different from where we were last year.